And the second honorable mention that you need a blood test for are lipids. You guys have heard of lipid panels: total cholesterol, bad cholesterol, LDL, good cholesterol, HDL, triglycerides, kind of the amount of fat that's floating around in your blood. And we've been taught how bad total cholesterol is. Well, I will tell you, I think we've been fed a bunch of baloney when it comes to total cholesterol. My total cholesterol runs anywhere from 210 to 215 to 230, maybe. I don't know if it's been that high or not. I'm not concerned about that. I think drug companies are good at finding a marker and then that they can say is bad, and then find a drug that can lower it. And then all of a sudden, everybody needs to be on a statin to lower their cholesterol. So, and if drug companies had their ways, everybody would be on a statin for total cholesterol. My LDL is a little high too. I think it's like 130 last time I checked or whatever. Here's the two most important markers for lipids. And you can I look at a lot of labs, people's labs every day. And you can almost tell when somebody is lying about eating a healthy diet because you look, or exercising, because you look at their triglycerides and you look at their HDL, their good cholesterol. Triglycerides are the amount of fat that's floating on your blood. HDL is the amount of good cholesterol. If you have the triglyceride to HDL ratio should be 3 or less. 2.5 or less is probably even better. Mine is less than 1, actually. How do I get mine less than 1? Well, exercise stimulates HDL. It stimulates good cholesterol. And triglycerides are a monitor of what kind of food we're eating. And fasting. If somebody's triglycerides is really high, one of the first things you want to ask is, were they fasting during these labs? Because if they weren't, their triglycerides are high. I mean, if you ate a ribeye steak and then you went to get your triglycerides checked, your triglycerides would be really high because it's already in your blood. But after the liver processes it and you've been fasting for 12 hours, it should be gone. So that's why, you need to know how to interpret the lab appropriately. And that's why and me, I don't think eating a fatty steak is bad at all. It's going to mess up that lab if you're fasting. So triglyceride to HDL ratio. If your liver is processing triglycerides correctly, your liver is working correctly, then it's going to process those things out of there, and your triglyceride level is going to be normal, or optimal, I should say. What's normal? What's optimal? It's two different things for me. So that's the honorable mention. Second honorable mention I have for blood work actually is triglyceride to HDL. And like I said, I look at labs every day. And when somebody says, "Well, I eat healthy," and it's like, well, your triglyceride is 200 and your HDL is 30. And I exercise. Well, it's an indicator that they probably don't.